Hi, guys. Welcome to the Deciding Factor Extra. I'm John.
And I'm Alton.
And I'm Barb.
And I'm Alton.
I'm still Barb. Wait.
I'm losing my mind.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe they're suffering from Febreze in the microwave. I think that's probably the problem. Y'all need to stop cooking stuff in the microwave now.
Just Febreze or everything?
Well, I found out since we've been hanging out together, since you've been in town, my son's been spraying the microwave with Febreze because it stunk. So
I like his
but
logic.
but not the regular Febreze, like the restroom air freshener Febreze.
Well, of course, a better scent.
It's like good intentions, but yeah, not gonna work.
Young man has a bright future ahead of him.
Totally.
All right.
What are we doing today?
Today we are playing a ThinkFast game where the ThinkFast Extra is where we're going to toss out ridiculous questions and give answers off the top of our heads.
So we're tossing them out.
7.
Exactly,
10.
like that.
I'm ready. I'm so ready.
Cupcakes.
Look at me fast thinking already before your question.
All right, keep in mind, this is not our normal podcast. This is just our extra. So guys, stay tuned for the Deciding Factor Extra.
Bringing you their thoughts on today's news and current events. Coming to you from Austin, Texas, this is the Deciding Factor Extra. With your hosts, Alton Hill and John Herzog.
Barb, you're up. What's up?
Okay, here we go. Think fast. Bumper stickers. Is this still a thing in Texas? You guys?
Absolutely. Bernie
Okay.
Sanders is getting voted for president still, apparently.
Still? Okay. Are bumper stickers an empowering form of self-expression or a vehicular tramp stamp?
It's a good way to lose a light bulb.
Ooh. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.
Is that what yours says?
No, it should. Oh,
What
sorry.
did you do?
We're
I
having
didn't-
technical
It does always
difficulties.
happen when I'm sitting here, doesn't it?
Imagine me
I'm
Dude, I
exhausted.
in
need to-
lingerie.
Ugh,
No.
John,
Come on,
go
man.
to sleep someday.
And we just lost all of the 3 listeners we had.
It's nice knowing you.
We're back.
No idea.
So did I answer your question good enough?
Yeah, sure. Light bulbs and the bumper stickers and
I think that there should be a limit.
Oh.
Like, okay, 2, 3, that's cool. 50.
Maybe it's holding the car together at that point.
I would just have to be the person that has to take all those off before you sell it to the next customer.
You don't sell it. You make it like buying an antique. Like it's
No.
part of the car's story.
You haven't lived around Austin.
But like when
Trust
the
me,
whole
there's some
back of
weird.
the thing is just all bumper stickers. I'm like, look, nobody cares that much. Anyway.
And normally it's the very left liberals
Well,
or
that's not true.
the potheads.
Well, maybe all of them on the back. I think it's cool to have like 1 or 2 stickers saying this is what I think. That's cool. I respect that.
But you don't.
No, I don't. Because of the taillight thing. I don't want to put like I'm voting for
Exactly.
Bernie or, I'm
Um,
voting for Trump and then somebody who disagrees. And then in all honesty, I don't want to like be supporting something and then do something stupid on the road and be like, see, look, that Bernie Sanders supporter, he's an idiot. Or, hey, look at that Trump supporter.
Yeah.
See, they're all idiots. And I'm very likely to do something stupid in my car. So
So what I'm
I'm
hearing
just-
is that they're dangerous. Option C. Okay. Speaking of dangerous, would you rather be in a plane crash or a shipwreck?
Ooh,
shipwreck.
Why?
I'm going to go with plane.
What? You just
Why?
want to die? Everyone dies in a plane crash.
I mean, yeah.
Like no one dies in a shipwreck.
Somebody gets eaten.
Dude, I do not want to be one of those ones that you get in a shipwreck and you're stuck out at sea trying to
No, dude. it
get
doesn't happen
burned
like
by
that.
the sun or eaten by a
No,
shark.
dude. Doesn't work like that.
I don't
You're
want to
in
end
a
up on
nice-
Gilligan's
no,
Island.
you're in a nice little boat with a GPS beacon waiting 5 seconds for another ship to come.
How do you know
Not
it's a
problem.
nice little boat?
Have you not seen a cruise ship? Have you not been on a cruise?
I have, but
Yeah, and they introduce you to your lifeboat, and they're like, and here's your life vest, and here's your dinghy, and it's all going to be great.
we actually looked into a cruise recently and it was over in the Europe area.
Mhm.
It was like, if you don't want to spot in the life raft, then you can get the cheaper ticket.
No way.
So,
See, I think here
Um,
stateside, you have to have, since the Titanic,
okay,
it's like
but this
you-
was overseas where they can do anything.
sure, yeah, man. Ride with the pirates.
Arr.
Okay. Wow. Well, speaking, man, these are all more connected than
What's the dark movie with Liam Neeson? Where they're in the airplane wreck? Hello?
What?
You've seen it. You know what I'm talking about. That's a
Dark
plane wreck.
movie?
They wreck their plane and then
They're not
I
playing
don't wanna
this game right now. Stop
spoil
trying
it,
to
but
phone a friend.
they all die in the end. Sorry.
Well, since we
Plane
know,
wreck. You all die.
He's in a
John wants
plane
to
wreck
die.
movie? What?
things to Google.
Are you sure it's Liam
I'm
Neeson?
Constantly surprised that I talk about
You should-
movies.
It was
to
Samuel
YouTube,
L. Jackson.
And you're like, what movie?
Snakes on a plane.
Because I don't even watch movies. And
All I
you
was
guys don't
thinking
know any movies that I reference.
I,
Like all three of them.
Monty Python. I knew that.
That's true.
reference.
You got that one.
Yeah.
John's never heard of Monty Python.
We need to fix
Search
that
for the Holy
probably
Grail. Like
tonight.
what?
So
Too much football streaking.
which by that we mean soccer. But okay. Do you like the taste of water?
No,
Totally.
Why don't you why not? Why or why not?
there's nothing there.
John doesn't like anything healthy for himself.
Actually, I will say this: Dasani water, I don't like it.
Can I plug
Why?
GT's kombucha, the elixir of life here? Multigrains.
Does that have much to do with water though?
Do you do the marketing for them?
No, but I should. I believe in this product. I drink it. And we're talking about drinking things.
Okay.
So water, I like water. I like water with like minerals in it.
Mm.
And I like the fizzy. When I went to Germany, they would always ask, do you want the water or the water with gas? And I'm like, and if you don't specify you want the water without gas, then they bring you like sparkling water.
Jack
So
and Coke, I'll take it.
That happened several times to me, and I kind of acquired a taste for the sparkling water. So yeah, that's what I drink most of.
Is Spindrift a thing? here?
Unless I'm drinking my Ovaltine.
Spindrift. What
Yeah,
is-
it's sparkling water that has a little bit of juice in it, like just a tiny bit to flavor it.
I'll try it.
You should
I
try.
like juice.
You should try Spindrift.
I like the juice.
It doesn't have the weird aftertaste that LaCroix does. Okay.
Next.
Next. Will going outside with wet hair actually make you sick?
Pass.
No, definitely not.
Because you don't have hair. You can talk about somebody else's. I don't mean you personally.
Hey, look, squeegee. I'm
Wim
done.
Hof.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring up the Wim Hof again.
Okay. Continue. So
Yeah,
you're
just
saying no.
Next.
it has nothing to do with you being cold. It has to do with viruses. That's what makes you sick. But
Or kissing people at Lowe's.
they have to have a virus, man. If they don't have a virus, you're not going to get sick. But if you are exposed to cold and you kind of compromise, like you need more energy and you get the virus, then you kind of reduce your immunity because of the virus. So you might be more susceptible to it, but it has to be a virus. It's not your wet hair.
Dr. A coming at you.
It's probably true with kissing people at Lowe's too. If you're already vulnerable, Anyway, okay.
That will make you vulnerable.
Do your kids think that there is a tooth fairy?
Half of it. I was just a tooth fairy the other night.
Spoiler alert, don't have your kids watching the show right
Couldn't
now.
find the tooth. Left the money, but no
I got
tooth.
out of it the other day.
Did you?
Morgan was eating pizza and lost a tooth that needed to come out.
What was in the pizza, man? It's like a crunchy pizza.
No, it was Domino's. Anywho, so
So was she eating Domino's or pizza? I'm confused now.
so she's eating it. The tooth comes out. She shows me, and I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." And then we talk about getting money tonight. And then she goes to clean off her plate and throws everything in the trash. She goes, "Oh, dang! I just throw the tooth in the trash can." I was like, "Are you gonna get it out so that you can give it to the tooth fairy?" And she's like, "Nah, screw it."
I think this is actually my one triumph question. And somebody started the tooth fairy thing for my kids accidentally. We weren't going to, and someone else was like, "Hey, did you put your tooth under the pillow and get my?" I managed.
You accidentally. So you weren't gonna tell
I wasn't
them
in the
this
conversation.
joy of
No,
life.
I wasn't, not at all.
They were just gonna see the movie with the Rock in it and be like,
What a weird thing
What
for him
is
to be
that?
doing. Yeah, exactly. But it turned out that I am a great liar because my oldest kids did not realize that there was not a tooth fairy until they were 13 years old.
dude, they would spoil that for so many of their friends if you didn't tell them ahead of time.
It
Homeschool
was
kids.
homeschool kids. But what was awesome is they would write notes to the tooth fairy. And so when the last tooth came, oh yeah, I have this stack of fantastic letters. They would ask for particular things like, "Hey, I just lost my tooth and it's almost Daddy's birthday. And Daddy really likes Starburst. Would you bring Starburst for my?" And so tooth fairy very often did. So on the very last tooth, my oldest daughter, she was actually kind of weepy. She's like, "I had more things to say."
Did you keep their teeth?
That was a beautiful story until you cut me off. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
sorry.
No, man. Actually, one time I tried to protest not doing the tooth fairy. So it was like kind of late at night, and I went in the daughter's bedroom with just my underwear on and like something on my head. I don't remember what it was, but it seemed fairy-like.
Tread lightly. I don't want CPS calling the show and asking for you.
And then I had a headlamp on, but it was one of those like blood tracker headlamps. So it had like the UV light. And I went frolicking about in the bedroom, swapping out the tooth for the change. And my kids were like laughing so hard. And I was just like ignoring them.
I thought they'd be like, please, I won't leave teeth anymore. Don't ever do that again.
It's really hard to hide teeth when you're picking up the bag in the morning while they're looking for the money, wondering what's going on, and you have to hide it in your boxers. It's tough.
That's a lot of information. Okay.
Sorry.
Anyway, it's a story that they love to tell that I constantly deny.
I'm going to ask them to tell this story. I bet it's even better coming from them.
Yeah, just the older two.
Okay.
The younger ones haven't ruined it yet.
Well,
But I do have a video of like
Somebody's going to share this with them, and we're going to be screwed.
forgetting
there's that.
to be the tooth fairy. I have one of Taylor being like, I put my teeth under there and the tooth fairy didn't come. And
You know what you
So
have to say?
sad.
It's
Broke my heart.
all about the marketing. Yes. Well, fairies, they can't fly when it's damp outside. So like if there's
Yeah.
been rain or snow, try it again tonight. Like I'm
I
sure.
was just like, I'm not ready for this responsibility.
Yeah. You have to be a really good liar to keep the tooth fairy going that long. What is, this is our last question. What is the question the kids ask you that you always pass off to your spouse?
I don't know. I've kind of embraced all of it and like the awkwardness. I like the awkwardness too much. So I'm all in.
I don't do the period talk.
I mean,
Period.
I didn't initiate that one for sure. Like,
You didn't?
well, it
Did
kind of
you jump
happened, and
in
Heather's
halfway
like,
through the
you
story?
know, like here's these things, which is cool. I'm not afraid to talk about it, except I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Nope. Not me.
I'm like, yeah, I don't really know what is happening, but it's a thing.
Mine was, why is fire hot?
Mm.
I'm like, yeah, you should ask your dad that one.
You could really confuse them. Tell them if you stick your finger into an ant pile and hold your breath, you won't get bit. It actually works.
No.
You are full of it.
No, I did it. I did it to my kids. I showed them.
You did it to your kid. Okay. You know what? Speaking of fantastic
I
liars,
do not recommend that.
yeah, you should absolutely catch our regular podcast. Thank you for tuning in.
Why? Because we lie on there?
That is implied. Seriously, a finger in an ant hole and you hold her breath.
Yes. It works. I promise.
Let's take her.
I will
side
do
hunting,
it.
too.
Do you have one outside? I will do it.
Probably not.
I
better not.
I did it to my kids. I was like, you don't believe me? I'll do it. I did it for them. And then they didn't. And they didn't get bit.
Mm,
Your aunt's
no,
probably on
man.
the payroll. Corrupt ant hills. Anyway, thank you for joining us for today's Deciding Factor Extra, the ThinkFast Extra. Make sure that you like and click and subscribe and follow and message and all the great things that you
Share.
can share. That's another one. Yeah.
And
And tune into the regular show. The regular show is longer, but sometimes more sensical, and it often tells more of the truth and has fewer horrifying stories.
definitely.
Like 5 times out of 10. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just here for the ride.
Okay. Everybody say goodbye.
Bye.
This has been another episode of the Deciding Factor Extra, giving you food for thought on real life issues. Be sure to click, like, and subscribe to this podcast, as well as all your big social media outlets. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Don't forget to check out our website, thedecidingfactorpodcast.com, and give us comments and feedback. Until next time, stay safe and keep an open mind.